Hi, hello, this is Clementine from Ed Books with Clementine. And today we're filming my favorite video every single month, and that is my TBR game, which is Shades of Magic TBR game inspired by the Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. This is a simple board game that goes around the 4 different Londons that exist in the Shades of Magic series. We have grey, red, white, and black London, and we just go around the board. Whenever we hit a tile, if it's a normal one, we just pick a prompt from these 75 plus prompts that I have. Otherwise, if we have a special tile, we just do a few of the different things that are asked for us. Sometimes it can be a challenge like read a book in a week, or it can just mean to buy a book for this prompt, or it just means to go backwards or forwards on the board. Fun things like that add a little bit of chaos to this game, but still not too much that I feel overwhelmed. Before we go into August's TBR game, we have to talk about July. And we have to talk about the fact that it is only July 16th. So I have not read everything on my TBR, but that's okay because I still have half of the month. Also, we finished the game last month, so I won't give myself punishments because we're starting with a brand new board, so it doesn't make sense to roll dice to go backwards on the board when we haven't even started. But I will talk about my current progress in the books, and I will put on the screen if there's any change if I started any of the books that I haven't so far. So for the first one, we had the prompt of book with the character death, and for this I chose A Red Country by Joe Abercrombie. I have not started this book yet. I'm not hopeful that I will this month, and I'm sad about it, but hopefully I can. I love the audiobooks for these ones, so I can definitely do that when I'm on vacation, even if I don't have the physical book with me. We'll see how it goes though, because will I be in a grimdark fantasy mood when I'm vacationing in Portugal in the sun by the side of a pool? Who knows? As a second prompt, we got a big book, and I chose The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. I have read this, unfortunately didn't like it, but I have read this. Number 3, we had Newest Acquired, and I chose Thrice Married to a Salted Fish, Volume 2 by BKB. I'm currently reading this. I'm about 25 to 30% of the way through, and I have no doubts that I will finish it by the end of the month because it's a very easy read. Number 4, we had an ebook, and I chose An Accident of Stars by Foz Meadows. I have not started this. However, I did not prioritize this book at all in the beginning of the month, as I knew I was traveling for the 2 last weeks of the month. I felt that a Kindle book was going to be the way to go, so hopefully I can still read this by the end of the month. And the last one was a random TBR number, and the TBR gods decided for me to read Of Darkness and Light by Rand Cahill. I have not started this yet, but the plan is to actually buddy read this with my friend Sammy, and we're starting next week. Hopefully. We'll see how it goes because I am not super hopeful about it. I have previously DNF'd it, so we'll see. It might be the last straw, to be honest. And with this out of the way, we can talk about my plans for August. I don't think I have any current plans to have any readathons participations, but we'll see. I might want to participate in some impromptu readathons as the month goes on. Buddy reads, I have one current buddy read planned. Of course, some others might just happen after that, but currently I only have The Will of the Many by James Islington to read. I'm super scared of this book, and we'll see how it goes. I'm still excited to try. I know a lot of people love this book, so I want to know what it is about. And with all this out of the way, let's just get into the roles. Enter role number 1. I swear I shuffle these, but I got The Night Market again last month, and that is Newest Acquired. When I get into a new board, I just put all the prompts I got from a previous board back in the deck, which is why this prompt could be picked again 1 month to the next. So for newest acquired, I will put Startup Hell by Rozakis. Let's do a dramatic synopsis reading time, shall we? Because this book sounds so fun and dramatic, so let's do that. And let's try. Morgan Blackwater Mackay is working entry-level sales at a tech startup that can't even decide what its product is. Sure, her mom might be a kick-ass, world-saving, demon-slaying Shadow Council wizard, but with magic dyslexia and a disinclination to kick-ass, Morgan is more about sales leads than kiss leads. Until her boss summons a demon to trade his soul to make his quarterly target, and dies without sending the demon home. Now, Morgan is stuck with Luke, an inconveniently attractive junior sales demon sleeping on her couch. If all corporations are hell, and both their bosses are ruthless monsters, why not team up? Morgan just has to stay ahead of her demon-hunting mother, her immoral tech bro CEO, and her growing attraction to a certain demon, and a quarterly target that threatens to damn them both. So yes, I read Dreadful by Rozakis, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I really had a great time reading it, so I'm really hoping this one is also so much fun. From the synopsis, it sounds up my alley when I want a cozy, fun time, turn my brain off, and just stay with the vibes, so we'll see. And on to rule number 2. And we got a double, so we gotta add a roll. So now we have 6 rolls. But we did get the prompt of coins, which means a gifted book. And unfortunately, here I don't have any physical gifted books still on my TBR. I do have 1 or 2 in storage, but the problem is they're in storage and I cannot get to them because they're in the US and I'm here in France. And the other problem is that I cannot get them on loan from a library. I cannot get them on audio. They're only physical books, so I gotta wait for them. So one thing I can do though is that August is my birthday. So I am expecting to have at least 1 book gifted by someone, as people know I love books. So it might happen that some people just give me a book for my birthday. But if not, per my book buying ban rules, I can just gift myself about 50 euros of books for my birthday without having to earn them or spin a punishment wheel. If so, I will just put one of the books that I buy in August, be this gifted book that I read as soon as I get my hands on it, which will be really nice to have a book I'm just highly anticipating and just buying for fun. And on to rule number 3. So we got a character card, Holland, and for this we have to read a book with a morally gray character. I could go different ways for this, but I want to continue in the Dungeon Crawler Card series by Dinniman, so I will let myself do that. So I am on book number 4, which I believe is The Gate of the Feral Gods, but if not, you will see another cover and title on the screen, and you won't say anything about it. There are way too many books in this series for me to remember the order of them without even having read them. When I've read them, yes, I should remember which order it is in, but right now it's fine. So what is the Dungeon Crawler Card series about? This is an RPG video game dungeon crawling kind of series featuring Carl, who is at the beginning of the series just taking care of his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut. And the problem is Princess Donut just goes outside and he tries to rescue her outside, and when he does, aliens come down to Earth, destroy every building on Earth, and all the people inside and all the people outside have a choice. Either they stay up and just try to survive in this wasteland, or they go down to the stairs that just appeared and just go on this dungeon crawling televised show and try to survive. And if they do survive to the 18 or 19 levels that they have to go through, then they can actually reconquer Earth. The trick is, nobody actually ever happened to manage to win this competition in the many times it has been done in the universe to other planets who were colonized before. And we follow Carl, who doesn't have a choice as Princess Donut just runs into the dungeon. And we follow them on their adventures and trying to survive mostly, but there's a lot more discussions about politics, the televised nature of the show, and with a lot of video game shenanigans, loot boxes that are opened, a sarcastic and temperamental AI that is running the game and making it very fun for all of us except the players. So yeah, I'm super happy to get back into it, and I will have no problem reading it. I love the audiobooks. The narrator is amazing. He's a voice actor, and trust me, he is voice acting all the characters in this series so well. So that is what we're gonna do, and on to role number 4. So we got a quote on this orc, and for this is to read a book with a fresh start. I hate this prompt. I don't know why I chose this book with a fresh start, because who knows what is a book with a fresh start? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know what came over me. So please let me know in the comments down below if you have any ideas to replace this prompt with another prompt. Just let me know your ideas. But what I will do is I will tweak this prompt the hell out of it. I will just tweak it. And I will put A Conspiracy of Kings by Whalen Turner. And I will say it fits because, as far as I understand, Whalen Turner's, when she wrote the Queen's Thief series, she wrote the first 3 books. And then there was a sort of hiatus, and then she came back and wrote A Conspiracy of Kings. So I will say that this counts as a book with a fresh start. And if you tell me it doesn't fit, that's fine. Just ignore it. That's what I think fits, and therefore it fits. Also, it makes me continue in this series, which I'm very excited to actually continue in, and I need to continue more of the series I have started, so that is taking also some of my goals for that. And on to role number 5. So for role number 5, we actually hit a special tile. We actually went to the Stone's Throw in Grey London, and we met Ned Tuttle, and we have to help him actually master water magic. So we have to choose a fantasy book for the prompt. And the prompt we got is another quote, which is one of my favorite quotes from the Shades of Magic series, and that is, "Hesitation is the death of advantage." And for this, of course, we have to read a book that we put on a previous TBR. Because if I put it on my TBR before and I have not read it, it means I hesitated, and I should not do that, right? So for this, I will put Flamefall by Rosaria Munda that I actually put on my February of 2026 TBR, so it has been a while. And it's also very much concerning that I still have not read this, because I have loved the first book in this series, which was Fireborn by Rosaria Munda. And I told myself I needed to read it as soon as I could because of how much was happening in the series, to be able to remember all the details. And now we are 6 months later and I still have not made progress. So I do need to. So what is the series about? You will tell me. I tried to give a synopsis before because this is the second time I'm actually filming this TBR. I was filming and then it stopped filming, so we're trying again. But I tried to give a synopsis, and it's good I'm refilming because because it was terrible. We have a world that a decade or so ago underwent a revolution. We had a sort of ruling class that was ruling due to their dragon and their dragon riders through the fear of the dragons, and they were pretty bad. They were especially bad to the lower classes, and there was a lot of famine. There were a lot of injustices, and one of the lieutenants generals, I think, that was serving this ruling class actually fermented a coup. And now we have this sort of Republic Council that is put in place, and a lot of the dragon riders that were ruling were actually killed off during this revolution. But now the problem is that there are still a few of this ruling class who were exiled and are trying to create a rebellion to take back the power. And so the Republic has been trying to get this magical academy to get dragon riders back in the game, but some dragon riders that would be actually working for them instead. And so we follow those two friends, a boy and a girl, which I forgot their names because of course I forget names always in books, so forgive me for that. It doesn't mean anything about me liking the book or not, it's just me and names don't get along. And we're following them as they are going through this academy and navigating also all the secrets that they might have between each other and others. And it's been really interesting. The ending also made me super interested to continue, so I need to continue. And with this, on to roll number 6. So we got another character card, and this is a book with a betrayal, backstabbing, or political intrigue. And I will actually use this prompt because I believe the book I choose will have all three of those, definitely, from what I gather about the book, and that is The Will of Many by James Islington. Be smart, right? Put your buddy read in the TBR game, so at least you have one book that you've read in there. And I forgot to mention, but we got another double. So we're not doing 6 rolls, we're actually doing 7 rolls this month, which is fine. It's not like I put a 500 plus book just on my TBR, but it's a buddy read, so I was gonna read it anyway. What is The Will of Many about? I actually am intentionally going into this blind, so I will not read the synopsis for you guys, but what I do know about this is that it is a Roman-inspired fantasy book, pretty ruthless, and I remember the magic system being a sort of hierarchy, and people being able to harness the will of the people who are underneath them. So if you have a sort of following, then you have more and more power as you have followers. I don't know too much, but I'm excited to learn about it. I'm cautiously optimistic, but also very scared, as I said before, mostly because I have read the Lycanus trilogy by James Islington, which was his previous series, and while I did like some aspects of it, I really was disappointed with the series as it went. I think I have to go with the right expectations, and that is that this author is not a character-driven writer. He is very much a plot-driven, world-driven writer, so I have to put myself in this situation, know that I am a character-driven reader, and that I will probably not love any of the characters in this book, and that's okay. I don't have to love or hate or have any emotional impact to any characters I read in a book. That's fine. I will probably not love the book just because I won't have any emotional reactions to the characters, but who knows? Maybe he has changed in his writing also and has improved in his craft, and now I will actually love one of the characters or love to hate one of the characters. Who knows? But I'm excited to try it, at least because so many people have raved about the series. Book 2 just came out a few months ago, I believe, and everyone's been raving about it, so I better just try and see for myself. And on to rule number 7, which I hope is the last one, because that's a lot of books for me. And yes, that was the last roll. We didn't get another double. Thank God. So we got 3 of Knives, which is unfortunately to read the lowest rated book on my TBR. This is a little bit nerve-wracking because, you know, lowest rated book on Goodreads, I mean, it can get pretty bad. So I went on my TBR shelf on Goodreads, and when I saw the actual lowest rated book on my TBR, I was a bit surprised, but I'm happy because I'm still really excited to read this one, and that is The Terraformers by Annalee Newitz. This has only a 3.32 average rating on Goodreads. This being a low rating, I really don't want to read the synopsis to give myself more expectations. I just remember that this book is about terraforming planets. It's a sci-fi, so it's about exploring new planets and maybe discussions about also maybe some people that were already there in the first place or displacing species. I don't know, but I'm excited to see, and hopefully I will actually enjoy it more than most people did on Goodreads who gave a rating for this. And with this, there you have it. This is my TBR. So let me know, have you read any of this book? Do you think I will like them or hate them? Please let me know in the comments down below, or just let me know what is the book you're most excited to read in August. I'd love to know. And if you don't have anything to say but still want to let me know that you were here, how about you leave a coffee emoji for the coffee mug that we have on the cover of this book, Startup Hell, which I'm very excited to read and I think will be a very fun time. And with this, I'll stop rambling, get back to reading, and I'll see you in the next one.